Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye up, bye up. In a menudo style direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I am kicking. And I appreciate all the support. Bang, man. I'm very humbled. I couldn't do it without you. So, Wack 100, Bubble Butt 100. I said it on Paru is back to a same old shenanigans. And this is a perfect example of why Dubs will not sit down with that clown, right? Because this guy doesn't stop. This guy's going to continue to apply pressure to the rasa until the rasa has to explode on him, right? He continues to go in on that Vato the Devil on that other channel, right? To which I'm not even trying to disrespect. I'm actually on his side on this one, right? You know, enough is enough. You know, a conversation was put out just today on the Wack 100 show. You know, a conversation that was recorded. And that's what you have to deal with when you're dealing with Wack. You got to understand that he's recording every single thing you're saying. He's going to use whatever he can to stay relevant, to keep the motherfucking motion going in the Pacific Ocean, the Pacific to be specific. It's just what it is, right? It's the type of character you're dealing with. You have to have your full shield, your guard up when you're dealing with a guy like this, a maniacal mastermind manipulator who's been used to playing people out of pocket. He's a wide baby. He plays people. That's what he does. Tried to play me. Played himself, right? Hey, how did Cholawan say it? That Vato played himself. Straight up. But I was fully prepared for that whole clip. And it was what it was. But he continues to keep antagonizing these Vatos over there on that other channel. Specifically, he had a conversation with Droops that was recorded. Now, I don't know the Vato Droops from an old bowl of soggy soup, right? But what I do know is everything I've heard about him is respectable. He's respected in the streets. He's a real one. And I got to respect it, man. And I've always liked Droops. I used to watch him on Haters World. I used to watch him on Hoodstocks. And he was well polished, man. Just reminding me of the Southerners that I've done time with. You know, real ones. Quietly as they're kept. That's what I used to say, man. Moving smooth with a purpose. Deadly in any situation. Those are the type of individuals I dealt with hand to hand and all that, right? So when I heard this conversation take place this morning and it was released by Wack about 5 hours ago, I said, wow. Wow. This guy just can't get enough. He just wants to keep the motherfucking situation bubbly. And what you have is two individuals on the phone, Droops and the other fat kid in the corner, right? Being very quiet as a church house mouse. That's what he does. And letting his homie speak for him. And Droops is trying to kill the conversation and the situation. He's saying, hey, bro, I thought it was all good. I thought it was understood. And this is a conversation between him and Wack. I thought it was all good, that the shit was over already. We're going to let it go. And of course, Wack gets into a tirade and this and that and that. And it comes up the word racist, right? Where Wack admits right off the top. I call him Rack. I was almost going to call him Rat, right? I don't think I'd be far off. But where he admits to being racist and saying everyone's racist. How he's done called Mexicans this and Mexicans have called him that. And, you know, in the past, I'm sure it's went down both ways. It does. There's racial tension on each side. That's 100%. It's an ugly situation that it has to be that way. Because black and brown together like Kendrick and Lefty are making moves. Whereas these dudes over here ain't moving but in fucking shower shoes, right? It's not all about prison. It's not all about fucking going back and forth. It's not all about hate. Sometimes it's about getting over something and leaving the shit from the past to the past. But it doesn't seem like Wack wants to do that because it fucks with him being relevant. See, as long as he's keeping these conversations going and he's disrespecting people, which he does every day, this is what keeps his loud mouth in business. Okay? Besides the diaper business, this is the shit in the diaper. Okay? Now, let me tell you something about Wack that you might already know. He's just an antagonizer. There's probably not a racist bone in his body, but he swears he is. And I'm going to play you the clip from earlier that I heard. You know, and you're going to hear Wack 100 speaking to Droops from that show over there. And you can hear the calmness in Droops' voice. He's just trying to get the shit together. He's trying to kill a dead situation. Where Wack is continuing to beat the dead dog into submission. That's just what this individual does, man. And this is a perfect example of why when I talked to Dubs, I was like, man, it's up to you if you want to sit down with Wack and converse with them, but it's going to end ugly. You know, it's good for views. It's good for money. It's good for whatever it's good for. But at the end of the day, it's not a great look for the raza because this Vato's going to just disrespect. This Vato still, even in this conversation, is going to go on to call Mexicans racist, that he's a racist, that Mexicans and them don't get along, that it's just all business, this, and that, and so many other things he's going to say, right? One of the things that stood out to me the most that he says is that he's still double downing on the fact that he went to that other channel and said right in all the essays faces, right, that they're allowed to snitch on blacks. That's what he's saying. Now, I'm not trying to keep this situation going because we all know that's bullshit. We all know Wack is full of bullshit, right? He is bullshit. And he smells like bullshit, right? We know this. We know, man, a lot of the things he says, albeit a lot of it's right. Let's be real here. This fucker's smart. He's a smart individual. But a whole lot of it's even more wrong, right? And to continue to antagonize and fuck with these guys when they're just trying to kill it. I don't even understand why they continue to get on the phone with this guy after he does them dirty 1, 2 times. You know, you heard Wack 100 when I talked to him what he said. When I said, hey, we are live. He said, I don't give a fuck on Power Rule. I'll say it once. I'll say it twice. Well, now he's continuing to say it. Even after supposedly, allegedly, he was given a bag and told to back off. It was all good. No fights, no strikes, no problems, no issues. He's still releasing content and private conversations between the element of these people. It's amazing, man, some of the things Wack 100 does for clout, right? And to keep the fucking bullshit going. Now, I feel bad in this situation for the raza. I feel bad because I can hear in their voices, especially Droops, man, he's just trying to be a real one and righteous and be like, hey, bro, let's get it together. Now, I did hear a couple N-words thrown around here and there from the Mexican side, which kind of baffled me, man. But nowadays, everyone's doing it, I guess, right? Except for me and the fuck people I fuck with. But I heard it thrown around and Wack didn't even hesitate or trip. He just kept on talking over. You know, he's the talk over the town guy. He wants to talk over what you got to say. And that's another example of why I told Dubs, bro, this Vato's just going to continually talk over you and try to basically bully you. To which I already knew Dubs ain't going out like that. It's not his character. He would have just shut down shop on that and kept it pushing, right? Which is what I expected. But this is even more so into the realm of reasons why I will never call Wack again and Dubs doesn't want nothing to do with them. Because of the way he acts, he can never have a civil conversation like men. It always has to turn into a racial thing or a black and brown thing or a north and south thing or a blood and south thing or a power rule thing, right? It can never just be two grown men seeing eye to eye talking shit out. It's unfortunate that this is the type of guy we're dealing with, the type of element, but it's not the element of surprise. You should already know what you're going to get in a conversation with him. I knew exactly what I was going to get. And I'm not even going to lie. I baited him into the bullshit just based on the fact that I already knew the route he was going to go. Now, he went a little technical difficulty on the whole mother shit. But I mean, this is someone, man, who doesn't respect his own mother. So I'm not surprised, right? I'm really not. One thing I can say about Wack, though, dropping that video today, I thought the bullshit was over. You had the man calling you unk. The tap out game was what the fuck. It was real, right? Why continue to antagonize the raza? Is trying to be a slap in the raza's face. Let's be honest with you. The southern raza, in fact, because these are the type of guys he's going in on. Now, he went in on me, but I'm not representing the North. I'm representing me, my own, and my brown people, right? So I guess you can call it the raza, period. I handled mine, and I believe Droops handled his. The other guy, he's quiet, man. That's his unk. So, you know, he's got to remain in silence. But I will say, and this is a fact, man, you know, it was some bullshit, the whole conversation. And I'm going to play it in its entirety here in a minute. And I want you guys to key in and listen in if you haven't tapped in. Not a lot of people are tapping in the Wack 100 show because they're tired of his bullshit. But I'm going to go ahead and play it here. And I'll say give all credit due to the 100 show because that's where it comes from. You know, and of course, I'm going to keep Wack to his word. He don't report people and do all that. That's not him, right? And everybody's winning. But I will say, you know, in this case, I'm going to stand with the raza on this one. I think this was foolish. I think Wack saying that he's racist and that all Mexicans are racist is a foolish statement because there's not a racist bone in my body. You know, I got more black homeboys than I can count on 10 fingers, right? And I'm going to tell you right now that some of the most solid people I've ever been around are brothers, man. So I don't understand the situation of we were at war, this is all business, but we're racist. Like, you either are or you aren't. You can't put one foot in, one foot out. But this is the admittance of Wack, because he goes on several shows and he always says, I ain't racist, I fuck with the essays, or I fuck with these people, or I fuck with that. And he says it straight up in this clip that he's a racist and that Mexicans are racist, and that's just what it is. Now, I've had some homeboys, man, that didn't like black people, didn't like white people, didn't even like their own people, right? And that's facts. Right? But to say that all people are like that, that's bullshit, man. Speak for yourself, not for everyone else. That is the reason why this shit keeps coming up. That is the reason why there's so much division. At a time when we have Lefty Gunplay doing collaborations with Kendrick Lamar, showing unity in black and brown, you know, something that was implemented and started by Big Go Toes, man, in Northern California, the black and brown movement, man. Something that people like Brownside have been doing for years, man, with Eazy-E and several others, right? That showed the coalition between black and brown, man, and you know, the 60s, the civil rights, the love for the Chicanismo and the Black Powers and the Panthers and the Brown Berets and all this, man. You got individuals like Wack spewing the hatred. It's just an unfortunate thing that he has to do, but I guess that's what he does, right? So we're going to get to the conversation right here. I hope you stuck around so you could hear exactly what this dude had to say, how he's trying to bait and antagonize that other show over there to keep fucking, I don't know what he wants from them. I don't know how many sorries and we forgive yous these guys can give him. He went on their show. He disrespected them in front of their face, right? They held it down the way they say they held it down. Then he doubled back, and we all know what happened the next day. He shit all over old boy, right? Then he came on my pod. Well, I called him, you know, over my podcast or my whatever it was, whatever you want to call it, my live, right? And then he tried to shit on me. Only thing is, I had the toilet paper to catch that and throw it back at him. That's just what it is, man. Did I just say Adam? We're going to talk about his fuckboy boyfriend later on. Anyways, with that being said, tap into this. Listen to the conversation in its entirety. It's just an unfortunate thing, man, to hear Wack 100 keep spewing hatred. And like I said, this ain't an exclusive clip. This is something that Wack dropped 5 hours ago to continue this shit. I thought it was over. Wack expressed to me over the phone that this shit was over. That someone had gotten at him. And if you listen to the conversation well, when the name Doughboy is mentioned, he wants to make sure that that's the dude that called him. For whatever reason, he's trying to put old boy on blast. You know, Wack was baiting, trying to have the hook out there. Of course, Droops, who is well-versed in the game, already seen it for what it was, and just try to keep it cool, man. But Wack ain't the type of individual you want to be cool with. The best thing for these dudes to do is back all the way up and stop having these behind-the-scene phone conversations, because somehow, some way, they always make it to the internet. It's just the way the net works, man. It's social media, and all content is good content. That's the way these guys wiggle, and that's the way they work. So anyways, tap in right here, trip out on it. You already know what it is. This is the gun with it. Bang, bang. The gun.
And I mean, bro, he's a pressure people pressing him, and then he doing what he doing. That's what it gotta be, because first of all,
think about it, bro. Because nobody over here is racist, bro. So we're trying to figure it out.
Shit, we all
that's
racist.
The whole reason for calling, bro.
Racist, bro. Check this out. I done said fuck Mexicans, and y'all done said fuck Mayates in y'all life. On power rule, we all racist. We just showing respect. Let's keep it real. This is why I know you niggas is fake. We done went to war, niggas in penitentiaries on these streets. Niggas done disrespected both sides, and that's real shit. But if we gonna show some respect, and we gonna have some respect, then have some respect, bro.
Yeah. Of course. Like I said, I've been in riots, bro, that happen both ways, bro. Yeah, of course. It happens out there.
You ain't keeping it real. Look, bro, I came in your room and your shit when they said, yo, they in there on you. And went in your chat and said, yo, we ain't got no problems with Hater World. Everything is cool. Okay. You said, look, Wack right there been telling y'all. I didn't have to do that, bro. I could have let them people keep running it up. I'm putting the fire out. You double back with, look at him in this picture. He know better. He knew what type of essays was in.
Nah, I just felt disrespected though about the whole Doughboy bullshit, because
okay,
I thought that was already after. That was after the homie Straps had reached out to you. I don't think that none of us should have talked about it, because it was already a dead issue. That's why I said what I said. But
was that the
truth? About Doughboy?
Oh, who the fuck is Doughboy? No, was that the truth that Wack was nervous because the type essays was there in that building?
Look, You know that wasn't true, right?
No, I want to know. No, I want to know if he finna tell. But let's see if he will or not, bro. That's the truth.
I don't know what you were feeling, dog. I don't know how you felt. You feel what I'm saying? I can only tell you
I was out there nervous in this? Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. You saying, bro? Hey, bro, if we were scared, we wouldn't told you niggas is rats and tell on blacks. That ain't the words of niggas that's scared, bro.
I don't think anybody was scared, dog, on either side. You feel what I'm saying?
What the fuck is you talking about, my nigga? You talking about you don't know what I was feeling.
If we're going to keep it real and squash everything like that, everything has to be...
This what I'm saying. Dude is a snooze. Dude is a pressure case, bro. I done said 10 times. Everybody was happy, nodding their head, laughing, shaking hands. This nigga gonna tell me he don't know what I was feeling, but we telling you in your face, nigga, that your movement is telling on niggas. And it's cool.
Hey.
That's the words of a scared nigga?
What can a nigga do to come? What can we do to come to a resolution?
Man, fuck all that. Y'all hearing this dude play the 50, bro? Trying to paint the narrative like niggas was...
Why you can't keep it a fuck, bro? You just said that niggas was scared. Nobody was scared. It was black and brown, and we were doing something that the world haven't really seen. You get what I'm saying? It all came together. That's what we're doing, bro. And that's what we're trying to get at.
But he's saying niggas was scared. He's saying, look at him. He shook.
Listen, bro, we're all here chilling. We all chilled, took pictures, had a good time, bro. Like, everything that happened the next day. So, it was nobody here shook, scared, none of that shit.
Fact.
Like, if we're going to move forward, bro, we got to figure out some kind of resolution to move forward, bro. You know, if we go in circles and go back and forth about this or that, there's no way to move forward from that, bro. You know? It's respect to you guys. And if you feel that same way with us, it's easy to move forward, bro.
You know, I felt this Droop, right?
Yeah, this Droopy, dog. Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, bro, like we got the utmost respect for you because